What we're going to do now is looking at using Moodle and Edumate to allow files to be downloaded by students. The first thing you need to do is log into Edumate using your network username and password, and from the Edumate menu down the right hand side, the quick links, we're going to go into our version of Moodle, which is called the online classroom. So you just click that link to the online classroom. When you enter the online classroom, you should have down the left hand side a list of the courses that you are a teacher in. You then need to select the course that you would actually like to add the link or add the files to. So I'm going to go to my Year 10 Unit 3 Authoring and Multimedia course. Now you can see when I go into this course that I've already got a fair amount of content there. I've got a banner as well as a couple of sections already set up, and you can see down here I've already created a couple of files or uploaded a couple of files that are available to the students for downloading. You can see what this page would look like for students just by going up the top here where it says switch role to, and if you switch the role to a student, then that's what that page would look like as a student. So for students who come in, they would see that that sort of presentation. So they've got their authoring and multimedia assignment to download, as well as a couple of documents and some things to complete. I'll return to my normal role. Now before you start uploading, the first thing that you need to do is make sure that editing is turned on. You can see at the moment that my editing is not on. In order to turn editing on, it's simply a matter of coming up to the top corner here and choosing turn editing on. You'll then get a couple of drop downs in each section, one for add a resource, and you'll also get another drop down which is called add an activity. Resources are things like labels or text for the students to read, linking to files, or even linking to an entire directory of files. Activities are things for the students to attempt. So there's assignments, multiple choice questions, they can add entries to a database or participate in a forum and so on. We are going to add a resource because we're going to upload a file and then link to that file. So you now need to find the section of the course that you want the file to appear in. So if I scroll down, you'll notice that I've got a couple of grayed out sections. These sections are not currently available to students. That allows me to upload files and work on them without the content being visible to the students, so I can get them right. Then it's simply a matter to make them visible to the students. It's simply a matter of pushing this little eyeball, which is currently closed, and that will then open that course up. You'll notice the grey is now gone and those things become available. I'll remove that again and just show you how you can work on that section without the students seeing it. So we're going to add a resource. If you pull down this little drop down, you can choose to link to a file or a website. Step number one is to give your resource a name. So I'm going to upload a new project. You give it a name, and then you can give your file a description. This will help the students when they're trying to work out what's actually meant to be done. So a description is a good thing. If you just had a link there and a whole lot of Word files or PDF files or MP3s or whatever, then that doesn't necessarily mean that the students are going to know what to do. So the summary or the description allows you to actually tell the students what it is that you want them to do. That's in the general section. The next section down is link to a file or a website. If I just wanted to link straight to an existing website, then you could just type the address straight in there, and that would then be a link on your course page straight to that website. I want to link to a file which is going to be on the server, so I choose the button underneath, which is to choose or upload a file. That will then take me into a list of files that are currently on the server. Once I've determined if the file that I want to link to is already here, then it's simply a matter of choosing that file. Now these are on a remote server on the internet, so I want to link to a file that's currently on X drive, so what I'm going to do is upload that file from X drive to the server. So I push the upload a file button. I can then browse, select the file that I want from X drive, so I'm in the IT KLA Year 9 IST Authoring and Multimedia folder, and I can then select the file that I want to upload. I choose Open, upload that file. That file is now up on the server and I can choose it. The next section down, so I've chosen to link to the file Men at Work. The next section down is your window. You can choose to force students to download that file, or you can allow them to open it in a browser. You know how sometimes when you are looking at a file in a web browser, it will actually open the Word document or the PDF document inside of your browser. If you say force a download, then what that will do is do a little dialog box forcing the students to actually save the document to their own local computer rather than looking at it on the browser. You can then scroll to the very bottom and choose Save and Return to Course. The other options that are available there, while they're all good options, most of them you won't find that you use for the majority of time. And if you scroll down, you'll notice that the new project file, which is my Men at Work PDF, is now available. And if I click on that, my little dialog box that pops up saying what do I want to do with that file, and I can then save that or open that file in my PDF, and it's actually downloading that file to my browser in order to my computer in order to now open that. And so here is the document downloaded from the web server.